So the season 15 episode Bad Luck Bob might be the worst episode of its season, although it has some competition. I say it might be the worst episode for multiple reasons, and today we are getting into them. So there's not much to say about the first minute of this episode, since it's just pretty poorly animated slapstick. It's nothing compared to what's about to come right after it, but just none of the jokes land. Not that Spongebob falling into his closet or down the stairs is comedy gold by itself anyway, but I just wanted to point out how the first minute is just pretty boring nonsense.
Almost forgot my lucky tie clip.
So we actually made a whole video on SpongeBob's tie and discussed this tie clip a bit, but the never mentioned before lucky tie clip is actually just one of many of this episode's problems. It's very ironic that SpongeBob needs a lucky tie clip or he will have bad luck, yet it has never existed in the show before, even if he had bad or good luck, meaning it essentially isn't needed at all. Do y'all see the problem? I think if you compare this to legit like any scene of SpongeBob running from any older episode, this will still look just terrible, like no matter which scene you pick. The timing of it is just so off, and it looks like some no-budget flash animation. It is a quick scene, but it is really an indicator on the episode's overall quality.
And why are you so peppy this morning?
Because today...
As if the lucky tie clip never having been seen before doesn't make this episode feel insincere enough, we have very natural dialogue of SpongeBob spelling it out to Squidward.
Lucky day, thanks to my lucky tie clip.
Show don't tell is for losers.
You wear that tie clip every day?
Every day is my lucky...
Also, I feel like a tie clip being the sole source of SpongeBob being lucky or unlucky kinda takes away from his character, which we'll get back to later when the Pickles comparison starts coming in. Now, I'm gonna start the pickle comparisons right now, because the episode will make it very obvious soon. This is essentially where Pickles started, at the Krusty Krab. In Pickles, we start on a joke with Squidward and a customer, and then get right into SpongeBob making Krabby Patties and being really good at it.
First bun, then patty, followed by ketchup, mustard, pickles, extra onions, lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, and bun, in that order.
In Bad Luck Bob, on the other hand, we need almost 3 minutes, so like a fourth of the episode, just to get to this point. And they really don't need 3 minutes to set up the lucky tie clip if SpongeBob is just gonna explain it out loud to Squidward. That scene really bugs me, cause he's not even really explaining it to Squidward, cause clearly Squidward knew about it already, so it's like he's saying it to a character that already knows it, just so that the audience can know, which is really lazy writing, like the worst way to do exposition.
One Krabby Patty Pickle Deluxe, perfectly prepared.
Take a wild guess who this Pickle Deluxe Krabby Patty is for. I probably spoiled it already with like the thumbnail and stuff, but I don't think that would change most people's guesses.
I'll be the judge of that.
Also, way to take away the nuance of Bubble Bass's complicated order. Krabby Patty Pickled Deluxe just sounds like a modern washed version of
Double triple bossy deluxe on a raft, 4x4 animal style, extra shingles with a shimmy and a squeeze, light axle grease, make it cry, burn it and let it swim.
Also, once again, the tension of a scene like this is completely ruined by how the dynamic of SpongeBob and Bubble Bass has also been completely ruined by modern SpongeBob. In Pickles, there was actual tension in form of a sort of rivalry between the two. This was a guy that even Spongebob didn't like.
Bubble bath.
Perfection!
Guess I'm just lucky.
But now it's just a character modern Spongebob interacts with, just how he would interact with any character. They really neutered him in the modern seasons. So immediately after taking off his lucky tie clip, that he always wears by the way, he starts stepping on bowling balls and destroying his house. This don't work if you have seen any other SpongeBob episode. Like, I know the show has really bad continuity, but this is very immersion breaking, and I don't think they really know what they're doing introducing shit like this 25 years in.
Ready to start another lucky day, Gary?
So, lucky tie clip is gone. Oh no, I wonder how he will survive without it. Not like he has survived for 14 seasons without it already. That's the only thing I like about this episode. I think Patrick being frozen in SpongeBob's fridge is like mildly funny as a background, or forefront in this case, gag.
My lucky tie clip is missing.
Imagine if it was something that was missing that wasn't introduced 5 minutes ago. It could literally have been that he calls his tie his lucky tie or something, and at least this aspect of the episode would have mattered at least slightly. Like, it would still not have been like correct with the lore or whatever, but at least he like wears his ties in older episodes. Yeah, if we've never seen the tie clip, why would I care about him losing it? Yeah, SpongeBob's unlucky now. He gets robbed by a grandma and then he gets ran over. So he ends up at the Krusty Krab, where Squidward being here helps SpongeBob spell it out even more than before.
I lost my lucky tie clip, and now everything is going wrong.
Yes, SpongeBob, we know. That's what's happening in the episode. I have seen it, unfortunately.
No such thing as luck. Your dumb tie clip has nothing to do with it.
Kinda true. Like, clearly this isn't about his lucky tie clip, since we have, I repeat, never seen or heard about it before. This is like if they bring in that SpongeBob needs to have bowling shoes on to make Krabby Patties. It's legit like on the same level. So now we move into the not being able to make Krabby Patties part of Pickles, and surprise surprise, it's executed poorly.
Oh, spatula cramp!
So the story structure is slightly different here, since instead of SpongeBob going through kind of a traumatic event of thinking he made the order wrong, here he just forgot lucky tie clip, so now unlucky. Like here, he hasn't had the interaction of being embarrassed by bubble baths. Don't worry, it's still coming. And yeah, it just makes this version way worse.
You have any recommendations?
Yeah, eat somewhere else.
Oh my, like they even do the cutting to Squidward being sarcastic with customers thing. I think they legit just watched Pickles and then tried to do it again.
Excellent advice. Thank you, young man.
Also here, it's a customer that should, like, never be here. This is like if Squilliam just spawns in at the Krusty Krab to buy like a greasy Krabby Patty. There's not a lot of things right about this episode.
One Krabby Patty combo.
So wow, yet again they ruined the tension. We already know exactly what's gonna happen here. In Pickles, this was one of the most tense scenes with a pretty surprising outcome, especially after seeing SpongeBob make the Krabby Patties perfectly before. But here...
And the Krabby Patty
is bland.
They tried to play like this is some surprising outcome too, with SpongeBob overreacting.
Bland.
But that don't work, since we already know he lost his tie clip. We saw him right before this not being able to make Krabby Patties. Like, imagine if Pickles, like right before SpongeBob handed Bubble Bass the Krabby Patty, we saw him being bad at making Krabby Patties. That is the equivalent, and then there would never be the twist with Bubble Bass at the end would also not make any sense. Spoiler alert, they don't do anything like that in this episode. This is just no nuance whatsoever. SpongeBob lost his lucky tie clip, so now he's bad at making Krabby Patties. So we already knew that the Krabby Patty would be bland. There's no tension, there's barely any story even.
Oh, I'm bad luck, Mr. Krabs. Bad luck.
Krabs comes out and SpongeBob tells him too that he indeed has bad luck. And they do another scene from Pickles in a lesser way.
I gotta burn some dried kelp and cleanse this joint of any bad mojo!
Like legit, the scene of Bubble Bass saying bland is so representative for the episode. It's the poor man's Pickles. So in Pickles, Mr. Krabs does not become superstitious and run around with smoke so all his customers leave, and then send home his employees because SpongeBob has bad luck. In Pickles, he reluctantly tells SpongeBob to go home after seeing how worked up he is and how he can't make the Krabby Patties. And then he comes to visit him later and try to help him.
I'm gonna help you. If you learn to make a Krabby Patty again, your life will be back in order.
Mr. Krabs, I don't know if
Take your time.
Here, however, there is no nuance, and SpongeBob just goes home to tell a third character that he lost his lucky tie clip.
Lost my lucky tie clip. I am now the unluckiest person.
Like, at this point, it's nothing else than bad writing. What does SpongeBob explaining what's going on in the episode yet again add to the episode? No new information is relayed, he don't tell no joke, and the scene serves zero purpose.
I don't want your bad luck to rub off on me!
Patrick is a dick for some reason, since the guy who has never cared about luck before now is just as superstitious as Krabs.
Without you, my lucky 11-foot pole.
SpongeBob goes looking for a new lucky charm to replace his tie clip, but nothing works and nothing is funny, so we will just skip past this whole thing. It's really uninteresting. Squidward has now become really popular since all SpongeBob's luck has rubbed off on him. They do nothing with this, by the way. This plot point has no reason to be in this episode, it is just here to fill up runtime at the end. So SpongeBob notices that he has had the lucky tie clip on him all day and just didn't notice. And here they first start going in the natural direction of a conclusion, with SpongeBob saying,
Luck was all just in my head. I don't need this solid gold lucky tie clip.
but then they realize that that would be too alright of an ending, or moral, whatever, and have SpongeBob put on the lucky tie clip again to realize that he does in fact need the lucky tie clip. SpongeBob now immediately has good luck again. They try to make it like him saying he has good luck in his head. Like, they try to do a whole thing where it's like, yeah, SpongeBob doesn't need the lucky tie clip, it's just in his head, so he puts on the lucky tie clip to have good luck in his head. But clearly it's not just in his head, as proven by Squidward's luck disappearing immediately again. And that's the episode. Now you might call that underwhelming or unoriginal, but what you can't call it is a good episode. This shit is really Pickles from Temu, like it copies half of its scenes, but forgets the parts in between that actually makes it a good story. Pickles is a simple story, it's a Spongebob episode after all, but done really well. It knows what it's doing, while this episode just sucks. Instead of Spongebob completely losing his way and having to learn and prove himself again, it's just Spongebob running around having bad luck until he finds the tie clip he had the whole time, and now he has luck again. Instead of Mr. Krabs helping him, Mr. Krabs does nothing, and yet again the plot is resolved by him just finding that he had it on him the whole time. Which, by the way, is the whole ending in Missing Identity. So they actually ripped off 2 episodes. This shit is garbage.